All right, everybody. I told y'all that I was going to tell y'all the other day about my house that I lived in on Rim Court in Columbia that was possessed. It was haunted. It was super haunted. I've told this story once before. I think I've only had like 40,000 subscribers when I told it, so some of you guys might have missed out on this, and it really weaves into this. So, like I said, I've lived in what I believe was a very active house before, and sometimes it doesn't feel like this place is active as that other house. Now, that's not to say that there's not certain levels of activity that can go down, but as one to have only have had like these ghost stories and stuff that I shared with y'all before, to have only had these experiences when I was younger, it was quite a different experience and more eye-opening for me when it happened to me as an adult. So how it went down was, this was probably 2008, and I moved to Columbia. 2008 or 2009, might have been 2009, that I moved up to Columbia by myself. You know, our store down here in Charleston closed, and the owners of the company said, you know, they love me. You know, I've been working there since like 2006 I started, and I was doing great. And they liked me a lot, and they invited me to move to Columbia and, you know, be assistant manager at a store up there. So they even moved me into one of their, like, you know, one of the houses that they owned as a family, you know. I mean, they owned a crap ton of houses, property. Yeah, they were millionaires. And they took care of me. I looked out for them, they looked out for me. And but they put me in this damn house, man, that it was straight active from day one, guys. I'll tell you, man, it was out on a place called Rim Court out in West Columbia, South Carolina. Now, this place, if you know where the avenues are, if you look it up, you'll find Rim Court. If you look at, yeah, you'll find it. But in that area is called the Avenues, and these avenues are real small, quiet neighborhoods, real small houses, old houses, but a lot of small houses that a lot of old people lived in, and had home health care and hospice, stuff like that. And there was also nursing home, a couple of different nursing homes that were right in the area. You can Google map all this and see for it yourself. And once they got too old and sick to live on their own or have somebody help them at their house, they'd go, you know, they would either pass away in these houses or they would go to, you know, assisted living. Numerous people have died in these houses. I had a neighbor died in the house and was there for like 2 days before we even knew. I came home from work one day, and this girl that was living with us, she was dating my roommate, and did y'all hear that? It sounded like it came, dude. It sounded like it came back from there. That damn. It sounded like it came back from the Ouija board. Okay, I can't even think about that right now. It sounded like a freaking damn something moved in that bathroom, that panel. What? All right, guys. I've got to focus on one thing at a time. So, this old woman she was real talkative, real nice. I always used to bring me chocolates and stuff. She passed away. We didn't even know it. I came home from work one day, and this girl Kayla that was staying with us, she said, "Hey, did you know that there's a freaking an ambulance and a hearse came by the house and they took the woman away? She had been dead for a couple of days and we didn't even know it." People die all the time in these houses, and this particular house, I mean, it started the very night that I moved into this house. Damn, I didn't have a bed. I didn't have any suitcases or nothing for my clothes and stuff. I had them in garbage bags. And I pretty much laid the garbage bags down and slept on top of my garbage bags full of clothes as a bed that first night. And it must have been, it felt like I dozed off. You know, you kind of doze and kind of come back to. It's what it felt like, and I was laying on my back, and it's rare that I lay on my back. I'm always kind of a side or stomach guy. And so I'm laying on my back, and I kind of come to, and I look, and I notice somebody is standing in the freaking the doorway of my new bedroom, you know? And I swear that it's my damn boss man, Felix was his name. And so I swear it was Felix, right? So I'm like, what do you want, man? And then, because he asked me, at first he said to me, he's like, hell are you doing in my house? You know, and I'm like, kind of like that or whatever, you know, just thinking he's fucking with me. And I think he's like, it's really him. And I'm like, trying to wake up, but I can't. And then all of a sudden, I mean, he just ran right over me. I said, what are you doing in my house? You know, and boom, I jumped up. And there was nobody there, dude. I realized, dude, I'm goosebumps starting already, dude. I realized that there was nobody there. And I mean, that same night, man, it was hard to go back to sleep. And every time I looked out into the hallway, it was like something it was like kind of coming into the door frame and back out. It was like it was leaning in and looking at me and peering back out to the point where I went up and I had to cut the light on in the bathroom just to make sure that it wasn't somebody, because I was convinced that it was somebody that was peering in the door at me. And they knew that every time they were hiding, every time that I'd go look for them. So I had to cut the bathroom light on, and it didn't happen again. And that was the very first night. And this happened new. I mean, like I was drinking, doing smoking bud and crap like that, doing drugs for a period of time, and then there was a period of time that I wasn't doing it, where I had to go through LRADAC and get my license and everything back in order and right, and had to take random and regular drug testing. So there was a time where it was happening when I was using, and then also when I wasn't using, And I mean, there was no variations, in what was happening and the extent of it. And I remember that there would always it would always be at 3 o'clock in the morning too, like how people talk about the 3 a.m. challenge, the witching hour. It's true, man. I would always wake up with a baby crying in the closet, and I would hear. And it got to the point where I'm just like, oh my God, I just couldn't fucking stop it, man. I went into the closet and laid down in the damn closet and said, where are you? Are you here? If you're really effing here, look, dude, goosebumps, man. It's all, I mean, and got to the point where I had to sleep in the living room, and I would see shadows, like figures across my TV. I had a flat screen, and I would see figures move around behind the couch. And man, I was covering myself up, man. There's curtains. I mean, the clothes in the closet would move and stuff. One time while I was sleeping, it was I had my head down, and it was like something just came right up next to my head on the bed, and I remember the pattern too. It was like just like that, dude. Just like that. I remember the pattern and everything. It tapped right on my head. What in the hell? And this actually happened at a house later. The next house I moved to, I thought I got away with it. And that was like the only time that it ever happened. But it did happen. One time I'm sitting there laying down, I'm sleeping, and I'm trying to go to sleep, and I kept hearing stuff, and it's scary. And it always seems like right on the verge of going to sleep, man. And then right in my ear, I heard something that sounded like a demon say, "Are you high?" Did it just like that. I'm not, from lying, I'm dying, bro. Are you high? Like he even trailed off at the end right there, dude, and it was right freaking there in my ear, and it was whispered. Like so throaty and growly, and oh my God. Damn, I didn't stay there long. There's also one more damn thing that sticks out of mind. A bunch of stuff happened, but there's also another one. It was like a ghost animal, man. It felt like a cat, probably. I was laid down on the bed long ways on my stomach, and I felt it. It started right here. It felt like something on my neck, and then on top of my shoulder, and then it felt like it patted all the way down on the bed beside my body. It patted all the way down to my feet, and then I felt it like kind of tense up, get ready, and then like it leaped right off the damn bed. I'm not even kidding with you. I don't know if any of you ever felt like ghost animals or anything. It was definitely a ghost cat that walked down the side of my body and leaped off the bed. like I said, numerous things happened. I got in a bunch of trouble and stuff while I was there. Some of it, I believe, I mean, could have been avoidable. Some of it, I believe, was preordained damn near from being in there. And I lived there for almost a year and a half, and it didn't quit until the day I left, man. Every single day something happened. And I couldn't get out of this place because I was working for the company. And the houses that they rented out, they rented them out on leases, So when I moved into this place, I was already halfway through the year, I got in. I didn't have to do the things these other guys did. Excuse me. And by the time the new one came up, I just said, like all the other houses were like 1 bedroom, I didn't want a 1 bedroom. Well, after that year and a half, I wanted a 1 bedroom. So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, I lived in a super highly active house. And it's funny because like a paramedic driver moved into the house after I did. And like I said, I cut all the grass in the neighborhood right there and everything. And I knew everything. I knew everybody, what was going on. We talked and stuff. And he told me like he never felt anything in that house. So I don't know if it's a certain people in certain places or what. But man, Rim Court was highly active, man, and I just hope that this place is not turning into that, because if it does, I'm gonna straight up lose my mind.